What's going on, everybody? AG Crypto here, and I'm with Goldman. What's going on, man?
It's been a week, brother. It has been a week.
Yeah. I've been kind of out of the loop past probably 3 or 4 days. You're going to have to fill me in on some of the stuff that's going on.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of exciting things. There's some scary things and exciting things. The biggest thing, did you hear about CoinMarketCap?
No, what's going on with that?
They finally listed our tokens and stuff. So we're like one step closer to being on the list. They have our
tokens.
Yeah, they have our, what's that?
I said they've always been listed on there.
No, we haven't been listed on there correctly. They have our
correctly. That's a different story.
True. They have our total supply and our market cap on there. So once it shakes out, they said within a day or two, we should actually be listed in the top 100.
Oh, really? So like maybe by the end of the week?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Thomas Nye in the house, Crypto TN.
What's going on, Thomas? So what else has been going on? I see the price is down.
Man, dude, today, the first sell-off today was 4 trillion. The number 2 holder sold.
So the number 2 holder sold.
Number 2, yeah, it sold 100%.
Why'd he sell?
In the house.
Isn't the number 2 SK?
Doubtful. Jed's in the house. Good to see you. SK in the house. Look at that. Speak of the devil.
What's up, SK? Why'd you sell today? You're the number 2 holder, right?
SK's the number 1 holder. Why you bull?
He says, not me. So, okay. We had a big sell-off today. Number 2 holder, you're saying 4 trillion tokens. What happened a few days ago prior to that? Friday. I think it was Friday, right?
Well, the first sell-off was a bunch of different things. So we talked about that on the last show or no?
No, I think we went live the day before the giant sell-off, whereas it was only like down like 9%.
Oh, I don't know.
And the next day it was down like 25%, but we couldn't go live. I was busy.
I think that it was the rumor the futures was changing. So I think you know how BT talks out loud, and so he said something about futures changing, and I think people took that the wrong way.
Gotcha. So with all this selling going on, that's going to benefit the treasury, right? Because it's collecting 10%, or is it only 5%?
Well, it depends on where it's sold. If it's sold buy with Bertha, then she gets at least 8%. If it's sold through PCS, then she gets her percentage of the reflections.
Now, I don't think I've been seeing a lot of reflections come into my wallet. Have you?
Yeah. The first 2 days, I had about 200 million.
I'm going to have to go check my wallet again because it looks like to me that I haven't been getting anything.
Well, you've also been buying here and there. So, unless you wrote it down. Like I was tracking my wallet because I was tracking reflections versus NFTs. So I knew exactly how many reflections I got those first 2 days.
I see Pete. He just said that there's only 31 humans that hold a trillion tokens.
Yeah, I think over the last week we lost 5 trillion holders.
Now, do you think that was a planned, coordinated attack, some drippers or something, or do you think it's just OGs taking some profit? Of course, they're selling all their bags. So,
I don't think that it's a coordinated attack. I think that there are douchebag people that are trying to manipulate the number of cells. I mean, I was watching it earlier. I think I saw 20 or 25 microcells for under a penny in an hour. So, I mean,
what's the logic in that? Why would anyone want to do that?
I think it's just so that it shows more cells. So if somebody was just looking at buy and sells and they see 300 cells, but 200 of them are microcells and they don't really look at it, then they think, oh my gosh, the sky is falling. Whereas, it really is only like 5 big people taking profit or selling out, and then someone goes in and says, now's the time to manipulate the numbers. So I think it depends on deck screener just shows, there's been 300 cells over the last 5 hours,
Okay, so if they're doing the micro cells, does that count as that's not the volume? That's not saying like, let's say you get 3,000 cells at a penny. That's not the volume's 3,000 cells. It's the dollar amount, correct?
Right. Yeah.
So
But they
what's the
still
point of the?
see, well, they see 3,000 cells. So if a normal person just happens to look at it and they see 3,000 different people sold.
Okay, they're trying to trick the average Joe.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have smart people that look at it and like, oh, well, this is like 7 cents worth of transactions, but it was 22 transactions. Literally the 25 that I saw they were all less than a penny. Like it was literally 250 elephant, not $250, 250 elephant.
I'm surprised that even was able to do that.
So,
Like,
yeah, well,
like
they
it,
paid more. Yeah, they paid the gas fees.
that's what I was about to say. What's the gas fees on 250 elephant?
Probably
It's
still the
crazy.
same. I bought $60 earlier for a friend, and it was $1.20 because I didn't change the GUI.
Well,
So
$60 is a lot different than a penny worth
well,
of
yeah, but
elephant.
gas is gas. It's still a transaction. It doesn't matter if it's a penny or $100 million.
That's true. I'm pulling up Trading View right now. We can take a look
Anthony
at it.
said some of the money went into futures. Anthony, did some of the big sales go into futures, as in you track their wallet, and so they sold elephant and then went into futures? Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's see, Alex. No, I don't know if it's Alex. Alexandra. We'll just say Alex. Pete, Anthony, SK, Jed.
If you guys got any questions
Christina?
or have any talking points, anything you want to bring up, we can discuss it.
Yeah, I think the big news is Money Man in the house too. That Money Man, did you sell out today?
Hope not.
No, Money Man's our biggest
Where's
biggest
Austin?
friend.
Do we want to look at a BNB or a BUSD? We'll look at BNB.
Yeah, I think BNB because that's what most things track.
What the heck is going on here?
First of all, thank you guys for joining us. Manny Man, heck now. If you guys haven't already subscribe, we appreciate it. We're going to try to make this every Monday thing. If you guys have questions, drop them in. If not, we'll just chit chat and ramble. We did want to kind of talk about how the system actually works.
All right, so I got the chart up. So what are we on here? We're on the day chart. Let's go down to the hour chart just to take a look. I don't know what kind of, I'm using your Trading View account.
My Trading View?
Yeah, the one that we share.
Oh, nice. I don't even think I use that one anymore.
Well, it's got all kinds of, I don't know, bulging bands and all this other crap. So we got let's see. Yeah. So we went from, this is not, oh, I've got to change these candles. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. You've got the Hakatashi or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, those are different candles.
Yeah, we had
those are actually good. Actually, zoom in there and compare to the 15-minute chart. The Hakatashi candles are pretty good to see
on the 15s.
Yeah, just to see if we're slowing down. Yeah, we're slowing down big time.
Oh yeah, we love it all. So I bought about $480 worth about 45 minutes ago before we went live.
Because Robinhood wouldn't give you all your money.
Let me tell you what, I had about, I don't know, $900 on Robinhood in Bitcoin, and I was going to move it to my wallet and swap it out for BNB. It only let me sell half of it. I'm like, that's retarded. So I went ahead and sold it and bought USDC, and it would only let me transfer half of that. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't know why. I mean, it's been in there for what, like 2 years. So it's not like it's waiting for the funds to pass through the bank.
Well, I mean, it's Robinhood, so they have to settle your transactions before you can actually take it all off. So yeah, that last 400 might take you a week to get off. SK brought up a great point. He said that the people that aren't panicking are everybody that's in futures and NFT holders. Bertha is using their funds and buying all of that cheap elephant. So it's
looks like we're starting to move up here.
Yeah, the Hikanashi candles are pretty good. We're definitely, unless another huge sale comes in.
Let me see. What's the BNB price? I'm just curious because
welcome all.
We go off the BUSD price on the app, on the actual, or not the app, but the website. It might be easier to actually pull up the website and look at that one instead of TradingView.
Yeah, Anthony, we definitely know that a couple of days ago that there was some sell straight into futures. We know that 100,000 was sold and went directly into futures. I don't think we haven't looked into it today to see if some of those big holders sold off and went into futures.
So did you buy anything at all today?
I didn't. Well, I bought $60 from my friend, but the money that I had is to roll my futures today. We were going to do that live, but I don't have it on this computer. So I can't roll my futures live on air like I told everybody I was going to.
Oh no.
I know.
You lied to everybody.
I dropped the ball. I moved all my accounts to a PC that's offline. So I didn't want to stream with that PC. So I'll have to record it and then we'll put a short out tomorrow or a couple days. So I think one thing is we wanted to talk to is how the system actually works. Like why are these giant sales good for the system? And first and foremost, there are the fees that Bertha gets. She gets fees from buys and sells. So if people are panic selling and then jumping back in, they're paying fees twice. That first sell off a couple of days ago, I think the Treasury netted almost $2 trillion just in fees. And the whole point of the protocol is to stuff Bertha with as much elephant as possible. So now that the price has come down, every buy that she's buying is actually buying more and more elephant than she was a week ago. Probably twice as much, actually, if we actually did the analysis. So all those people that are panicking and thinking that the world is ending, the people that have done research and they know how the system works, it's actually really beneficial to the overall ecosystem. Chart wise, it kind of sucks, especially if you got people in, the last week or two, they're probably screaming at you. But I think the big thing that maybe we all lost sight of in that 22 days of green was just trying to sell the chart and not really explaining the long-term longevity of the ecosystem.
Yeah, Pete's saying that the Treasury went up for futures at 191,000.
Nice. Well, that's good. That means over the next 3 or 4 days, that's going to be at least $1 trillion.
So I'm thinking to myself, the guys that are holding in the top 5, top 10, they're pretty smart dudes. I would assume they are. And it looks like, I haven't looked at the actual numbers, but he sold his entire bag at once, or was it multiple sales?
No, that's that first big red candle that you see today.
Yeah, that was one sell. 4 trillion.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's dumb. Like, why would you sell the whole thing? Like if you wanted to exit your entire bag, wouldn't you want to sell it in little bits so it wouldn't just crash the price? You'd make more money, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he probably lost a bunch in slippage. Just the slippage
for real.
He sold it in 2. As SLV or SBL said. 2 at 2 trillion. So 2 different sales.
How far apart?
Probably in 2
that's
different.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's still within 30 minutes to an hour, that's still pretty close together to.
Well, what I'm kind of thinking is maybe this is somebody that hasn't been watching watching elephant, and then they all of a sudden they checked and they're like, oh my gosh, we went from 60 cents to 40 cents. I better jump, you know?
I mean, honestly, I feel like if you're a top 5 holder, someone's got to know who you are. You got to be a part of the inner circle there, and maybe they don't know whose bags whose, but they know the top 5 people. And someone's got to be like, hey, so and so Joe Smith down the road, he's a top 5 holder, he's thinking about selling, or what the heck.
Yeah. Well, that's VL just
SV.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
I just see
posted the
it.
thing, so we all know who it is. It's OXD4025.
Yeah, well, we know his address, but we don't know who he is. And I'd like to pick his brain. I'm not mad they sold. That's
Yeah.
fine. Actually, to be honest with you, I would prefer if there was less trillionaires.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
think
I think
that's
that'll be
one
better
thing.
for the system.
What Krister Lowe just said is I don't think that's something that I don't really watch news. So that's a great point, is that they could have panic sold over the Middle East stuff,
Well,
or
see,
personal reasons, or
I
who
was
knows.
I was
That's good.
yeah, I was thinking that too. There's a lot of stuff going on with the Middle East, and the US sending carriers over there, but I'm like they've been fighting for years. And the Ukraine war has been going on for what, almost 2 years now. People haven't sold. So like what was so tragic within this weekend for him to want to sell today? You know? So I
You
don't I
know,
don't think it had anything to do with the fighting that's breaking out.
exactly. That's true. As SBL said, we're all here to sell eventually, and that's
Yeah.
true. That
Hmm.
person had profit. I mean, had to have profit, right? There's no way they bought all that at the top,
Yeah.
and it was just their time. And that's why I think that's what's really cool about Elephant is there's no sell shaming, so we don't really care that that person sold. And the other thing is that they were able to, right? They just went into liquidity, typed in how much they wanted to sell, and the money was there. I think that's what makes this protocol so much stronger and robust than anything else that I've seen. Is when I was in drip and I wanted to sell, I couldn't. It just there wasn't any liquidity there.
Did you see what Money Man wrote?
Yeah.
Just ask my wife. It's funny. Oh man. I tell you what, I've onboarded probably 3 or 4 people in the last 2 weeks, and they're all freaking out like, what's going on? I had a guy texting me today. I'm like, bro, don't worry, I'm buying more. This is good for the system, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. It's literally designed to strengthen from all these buys and sells. So nothing can go up forever. You're going to have pullbacks. You're going to have people taking profit. And honestly, if we were probably at a treasury worth of 225 trillion tokens, or maybe 250, these that 400 trillion, or not 400, but that $4 trillion sell off probably only would have went down 5% today.
Yeah.
And so where are we at? 20? We're at 20 right now. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think the big thing is that is I don't know that people understand how the LPs really work. Like, of course, if someone sells 5 trillion at one point, the price is going to go down. You know,
mhm.
but the big thing is that everything's working in the system. It's nothing that has happened over the last week has broken the system. The system has gained fees. That's one
Mhm.
of those big people that argue, oh, where's your external revenue? Well, I mean, Bertha just got almost $1 million in the last week in fees.
Yeah.
That's a lot of external revenue. Like, that's 20 years of me working. I mean, so that's a lot of external revenue, in my opinion. And then it's just,
I mean, look how far up we are still.
yeah. I mean, I don't even think we're down for the month yet, are we?
No, we're not.
Yeah. I mean, so I get it. It looks bad, but you have to zoom out. And when you stay on the 15-minute chart or the 1 hour chart, yeah, it looks horrible. But we were up 360 something percent for the year. I mean, come on.
Yeah, people just don't get it. I mean, especially, the people that are just now getting in, a lot of us, including me, we're toting, hey, this thing only goes up. It's only designed to go up. I should have been more clear of that. Nothing goes up forever. You're going to have pullbacks. You're just not going to have major dumps or sell-offs, um, which we got,
Well,
unfortunately. But it's not hurting the system. This is what it's made to take it. And it's like
but
a
I think the big
boxer
thing
over here.
is the Treasury didn't dump. The Treasury hasn't dumped. The Treasury
Yeah,
has collected.
it's not
So
like the
human,
exploit.
right? Like it's human nature. The humans are dumping, and when one person dumped, the rest are like, "Well, I want to get mine before I can." That I
Mhm.
think all of us have been in a rug pull. We've all seen it where the liquidity is just draining out of something, and they're like, "Oh, if I don't get mine, then somebody else is going to get it." And that's not the way that I looked at it earlier. The LP still had like $80 million in liquidity. When I looked
Mhm.
earlier, Jed says natural redistribution in motion, 100%.
Yeah. I'm trying to find where is the here we go. Oh, it won't take me. Hold on. Guys, I apologize. We're still new at this YouTube thing. So I'm trying to change screens here.
Yep.
Get us
Yeah,
over
like
to
SK. Sorry, SK just said that's the big thing that we've been preaching is that the Treasury is not going to sell off, and she
Mhm.
hasn't, and the Treasury's gained, right? The Treasury's gained 4 trillion or something in the last week.
Yeah, so you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So you might have to walk me through this. You're a little bit better at the Dune dashboard than I am. But what is this? Got it. Thanks. So we got get out of here. You seeing this? This thing, get out of here. There you go. All right. So the red is the treasury. The blue is the LPs. And
Correct.
if we can zoom in, I don't know if we can zoom in or not. Probably not. But look, we went from way down here to
Yeah.
94.7 trillion. And now we're back up to 103 trillion.
Yeah, I think the
And
lowest we were at was 80. I think I might be wrong there. Maybe it was 90. I
so
think the
we're
lowest we got to was I think 80 trillion.
81.
81.
81.
Yeah.
There we go. So 81.7 trillion. Let's move it
Yep.
all the way up. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter because it says it right there. The Treasury had 174.2 trillion at that point. And let's go where it's at now. We're at 91 trillion, no, 103 trillion in the liquidity pools, but 177.8 trillion in the Treasury. So it's still gaining.
Yeah.
The price action really sucked, to be honest with you. I'm just being honest. This sucks that
Yeah.
it's way down there. Um, the only thing I'm a little concerned of is, the price comes down so much, even though we're still going up. If the Treasury needs to sell off to pay the liabilities of the futures, how much further will the price dump, and will it be able to do it? I'm
Well, I
sure.
mean,
I'm sure it can. I'm just
right.
curious because I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, that's a that's for
I,
just the little bit of price, or not price, but tokens that are back in the liquidity pool. The
yeah.
prices really came down.
Well, I mean, we've all seen the charts, so we know exactly like EMH is put out. We know what the price is going to be,
Hmm.
right? So we know that we're back up to 100 trillion in the LP. We know what that price is going to be. So if we take those 20 trillion back out of the LP, we'll be right back up to 60 cents per million. So we know the math tells us, and your question about, when the treasury has to sell for futures, well, there's a buffer pool. So we have to get through that. We have to have more daily liabilities than we have in the buffer pool. So we're a
Hmm.
long way. We're a long way away from that. Like the futures is the only thing that's really giving, the constant cash flow that it's designed to give. So we're not even close to that part. Yeah.
Hmm. So the question of the day is, do you think tomorrow we'll have a turnaround, a big buy come in and kickstart us off going back up?
We will see. I think that there will be more buys. We've leveled off the scare. The big thing that I want to stress is we're going to get to a point where the real true people that believe in this ecosystem will hold the tokens. I did
Yeah, I'm
math
holding.
earlier. Here's my list. There's only 213 trillion elephant in the hands of holders. So we're almost to the flippening. Bertha has 178.5, probably 179 at this point, and the holders have 213. So with every time, the scared people sell, we're that much closer to the second flippening. So that's the important thing. I want to know if we can do a poll or something and figure out how many trillion are in hands of like people that just aren't going to sell, like Money Man, right? Like people that believe in the ecosystem. How much, if we added all of our wallets together, where are we at? And then we would kind of know. We'd be like, oh, look, we only have 15 more trillion that's in the wild, because new people are going to come in. New people are going to come in and buy elephant at these lower prices.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the big thing that we should talk about is futures and why is it sustainable?
Well, why is it?
Well, the big thing I've argued. I've literally in the last 3 days I've argued with, I think, or discussed. I don't guess it was an argument. They had a viewpoint, and I had a viewpoint. That I keep hearing is, well, if no more new people come into futures, then it's going to crash. And I say, no, that's not how futures is designed. Futures is designed that if 0 people came into futures right now, 0, no more coming in, there's still 2,500 people that believe in futures. And what are those 2,500 people going to do? They're going to compound their gains. They're going to compound until they get to their point, and they're still going to add. So those 2,500 people are still adding at least once a month. And what is Bertha doing? She's using that money to buy tokens, which is doing what? Removing them off of the liquidity pool. The big thing was that Bertha's been averaging the same amount week in and week out, buying and buying and buying. The reason we drained the liquidity so fast is because over the last 21 days, humans bought. And I saw somebody said in the comments earlier that one of the big sells, it was like 900,000, was somebody that bought within the last 30 days. So, of course, once they saw a flicker in the chart, they're like, oh, no, I got to get out before I lose my money. So I think that we're to the point where the true people that have money that are like, I'm in here for 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and when those people hold the tokens, then Bertha's going to do her thing. She's going to chomp, 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 and you're going to see that the price curve is going to reverse, and it won't be a V recovery.
No.
It'll turn
Maybe.
sideways. It'll turn sideways a little bit and then start going up. And once it starts going up, guess what? All the other people that bought the first time it went up will come back in and try to do the same thing, I think.
Well, how much total money was profited off the guy that sold 4 trillion tokens?
Oh, I don't know. It would have been like 1.2 million.
1.2.
Yeah, give or take.
Now, do we know how many people in futures have over $1 million balance?
I don't think anybody. Well, you can't have $1 million balance over $1 million. $1
Or
million.
no, I'm sorry, I meant withdrawal. They're to be able to withdraw.
Oh no, I don't think anybody. I think the highest account that I saw was like, we know that 2 came in at 200,000, but I don't even think that one's over 300 or $350,000. I mean that's something you should be able to pull up on Dune. If you go to futures, you should be able to sort it by holders and see what the highest holder has. And I believe Crypto Stew and somebody else was talking about it, that they figured out the math that the majority, even if they run up their futures account to max, the most they'll be able to pull out is between 800,000 and 1.2 million. So even though the wallet can be 2.5 million, the most you're going to be able to pull out of that is between 800 and 1.2.
Okay, so I got futures up here. Total deposits, we got $14 million. Total withdrawals, $2 million. We've compounded $7 million.
Yeah. And what Anthony said is the best thing about futures is it doesn't pay in elephant. It pays in BUSD in and out, which I believe, Anthony, that switching is going to be BNB in and BNB out. I think that's going to be.
I forgot about that.
But it's still going to be in dollar evaluation. I'm not sure how to actually say that.
Well, you still got to sell elephant to get that dollar.
Only if only if it exceeds the USD buffer pool. So,
well, so when is that changing? Do we know?
No, he's working on wallets for futures and thing and
wallets.
Stampede. Yeah, you can.
So I've been out of it. Tell me what's going on.
You can switch your Stampede to another wallet. So like, yeah. So that's on the UI. It was through you could do it through on chain. Now you can do it through the UI.
He's
but
making
it's 100%.
What's going to be like an NFT, right?
No, it's not an NFT. It's just you can move it from one wallet to another wallet. Like if you want to move it off of hot storage to cold storage.
And no fees or anything, no tax.
No fees, no taxes. But it's from one wallet to another. You can't combine. You can't merge anything together. It's just from one wallet to another wallet, 100%. No like splitting. And it's just to allow people to move it to cold storage.
You guys have any questions?
Yeah, Pete said at some point down the road, liabilities of futures will be higher than the intake, assuming growth slowdown. This is where we are counting on M Treasury to make up that difference. I think another big thing that people don't really think about is BNB. You know, BNB's down to 200, 205 today. Yeah. So once we do start hitting that bull run, where's BNB going to go on this next bull run? Where do you think?
I don't know. I'm saying probably 800. I don't think it'll get to 1,000.
Okay, so even 800, that's a 4x.
Mm-hmm.
So our treasury's at what?
We're
80 million right now? 70 million?
Let me go take a look.
So a 4x, that's 280 just in BNB costs. That's if Elephant doesn't do anything from here.
I swear, MetaMask is the worst. I tell you, it won't let me see anything unless I log in, and it's just keeps freezing up.
SVL asked, what is the total ratio available versus the buffer pool?
So I have to go to futures. I got to try to log in.
I can try to pull it up while you're.
It doesn't tell me any facts or anything on the website unless I'm logged into MetaMask. At least on mine, I don't know. It's very, very frustrating because I don't use MetaMask anymore.
Yeah, I know. I killed MetaMask too. All right, so SVL is asking what is the total ratio available versus buffer pool? Are you asking about like daily liabilities versus buffer pool? I can answer that. Futures.
Okay, total. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, I should get into Dune and do more research and figure out how all of these things work. So it's got to be right here in the front.
Oh man,
what's that?
Our market cap is down to 341 billion or million. I'm sorry. Yeah,
only 341 million.
Only. It was up to 5 something. just like less than 7 days ago.
I'm not being able to see the liabilities. Oh, there's wall analysis.
So here's the stats for Elephant on the actual website.
Does Bertha need to sell? Bertha does sell every day. She sells a little bit here and there for NFTs and to cover BUSD pool if it's below. AM69 said daily liabilities is 98,000 and buffer pool is 207. SLB.
Now, if you sell on the website, does the graveyard get a little bit of portion of that, or is that
No.
canceled out and everything goes to the treasury?
If you buy and sell on the website, everything goes to Bertha.
Okay, so the graveyard's not getting as much as it normally does.
No. Graveyard only gets reflections from PCS buys and sells.
Yeah. Well, that's good, I guess, because we'd be having some rebalancing events in the last few days, and that would definitely hurt the price too.
Yeah. No, we're so far away from the rebalance. Like, I don't even think that it was at 50.5% for like the last year. So it's gained so little through the reflections.
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony says Bertha has both the buffer pool and the treasury before she has to poop tokens. And her multiplicative ability allows her to pay less to cover liabilities.
That's too funny. Man, that chart looks nice still.
Yeah, you got to zoom out. That's the biggest thing, and zoom out.
Just zoom out. I mean, geez, look at this. Look at we went from way down here, and we're still up. I don't even know. Probably close to 500%. Still, I don't have one of those drawing tools to find out.
Yep, that's right. That's SBL.
So, what's your time frame? What do you think?
For what?
Getting back to where we were just a week ago.
I think it's going to take another week to see if there's more shakeout. So
another week Monday, or this week?
Another week. So I think if we crab sideways for a week, then the buyers will start coming back in. I think that the buyers are waiting, like the really smart buyers are waiting to see if more cabbage hands. That cracks me up. I've heard that a bunch the last couple of days. If the cabbage hands sell off again, right? So you can see that after the first, that first wave, we crabbed sideways for 3 or 4 days, and then there was another big wave. So, I think we're gonna crab sideways about a week, maybe 10 days, and then we'll start seeing more and more buys. I think the people that are trying to manipulate the price down are going to get bored and run out of ammo, and we'll crab sideways. And then same thing, as you can see, think of it as a 2-part wave. If you look at the bottom of the little U there, that's what we're going to do again. It's going to be, slow and steady, 1% a day, 1% a day, until we start going back up that elbow and people get excited again. And at that time, Bertha's going to have a lot more in her treasury. I can't wait for that second flippening. That's going to be the big thing. That's really what we need to start pushing is when will that happen? Oh, we need to talk about. Did you hear about the scams that have been going on?
No, what's going on with the scams?
Oh, man. Scammed. Well, there's a couple. First of all, do not trust Google. Somebody typed a bridge into Google and logged into a fake bridge and got all of their tokens. It was like $400,000 worth of crypto taken. And
how much?
Like 400,000.
Oh my
It
God.
was 280 of it was elephant. So that's another cell that has hit too. And I mean, that's
When was
somebody
that?
that was yesterday or the day before. So that came out. And then the other thing was BT said is that there's actually fake elephant coins. So people have minted, and I guess if you can mint something and put it in a wallet. So what
Mhm.
they did is they minted like 200,000 coins and stuck them in the actual elephant wallets, and then pulled them out and sent them to an exchange, so that it
Well,
shows that it came from the deployer. So BT had a big thing about that. About
so someone made fake elephant coins.
yep,
Obviously, it's not a part of us, but they
correct,
were able to put it in the deployer's wallet address
yep,
and then move them off of it.
yep.
Well, how can they move it off of it if without having the keys?
Because they use a transfer fee, like maybe a recall. I don't know exactly how it works, but yeah, he said it because it shows that they were buys and then sells. Like I think the bot in the main chat showed them as buys, but they were really sells, but they weren't really sells. Where is this getting removed? Sub to Binance. Oh, um, the scammer moved some of the tokens to buy. I know they sent it to MXC. I can't remember
So
that second one.
I guess I'm confused. So someone made a fake coin,
Yep. Oh, go ahead and
deposited
talk.
it in. Yeah, they deposited it into the deployer's website, or not website, but wallet address, which would, let's just say, BT's external wallet.
Yeah.
Brought it there. Then they withdrew those coins and then moved it over to, you said, like a Binance or something.
Well, they moved it to 3 centralized exchanges. I know MXC was one, Gate.io, and then they moved some to Binance. And they moved it to Binance. The big thing about that is because it's Binance, they're KYC.
But how do they
So,
sell it though? Because it's not the real coin.
but they're not what they're. I don't know. Oh,
They're was it
I'm trying to pull it
trying to scare other people?
up. Yes, they're trying to scam it. All right, are you ready? All right, it says beware of a new scam. Tactics to tank the price of elephant. Be careful, people. Elephant Money 2.0 scam token just launched, and it looks like Gate.io and Mexc.com might be in the scam somehow. The attackers minted tokens to the elephant deployer and bankteller.bnb and then transferred them to Mexc.com and Gate.io using the transfer from function with approvals that break the BEP20 spec, since neither of the deployer or myself approved the transfer. The token contract is a scam proxy contract as a BEP20 token that is not verified. And he
So they
listed the TXS. How do you say that? Texas TXSs? The transaction? Wow, the transactions?
So
TX.
is he saying that the deployer, or not the deployer, but the Gate.io is in cahoots?
I don't think that he's specifically saying that, but he's saying that. I mean, that's kind of what he said, but I don't think that's what he means.
That's what I took out of it. It sounded like some of these exchanges are kind of doing something funny.
So he also listed the scam token contract and not to interact with it. We should post that on our messages.
Is this
BT's joining us. Look at that.
BT? What's going on, man? Fill
We
us
have
in.
made it.
What's going on?
He's coming to see if we're real people, is what it is.
Founder in the house.
Well, we're honored. Oh, he wrote in here transfer from function event. Since it's a scam token, it doesn't follow approval rules. There you go. Well, thanks for jumping in, BT, and letting us know. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Hey, and thanks for pinning my little short video on how to buy an elephant through Robinhood. That's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting to see that on the pinned messages.
I knew we made the big time when I saw that.
Yeah, we're not even into YouTube other than just watching elephant token reviews and stuff like that. And we just got tired of, talking on the phone with each other and not having the answers. So we're like, let's make a podcast and have people come in and chime in and see what's going on in the ecosystem. So that's why we're here, man. All
Yeah.
because of you.
Week 3 is our 3rd week. Have you guys seen AG Crypto's shorts he's been putting out? Anybody?
Uh-oh. How do I? There we go. Trying to look at this price one more time.
So how many more shitcoins like Bitcoin do you have to sell?
I have about $400. Listen, most of my cryptocurrency is tied up in Celsius and VOD. Don't get me started on that stuff, man. It drives me crazy.
Yes.
I've got XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum all tied up. So as soon as I can get those off, we're moving them straight to Elephant. That's what I'm doing.
BT noted. We'll get that out for you. He said Robinhood to hyphen.
Thanks, BT, for the shout out on the shorts. I'm going to keep putting them out. Hopefully people like them.
All right,
Trying to
guys. Any
spread the word.
questions? For us, not necessarily BT.
Yeah, guys, feel free to chime in the chats. So it looks like we leveled off here.
Oh,
15 minutes.
100%.
I think this little green dot right here is probably my $485 buy. Yep. This one right here. That's me, all right.
Cool. We'll check out Kraken. Kraken was the very first exchange I used when I came in 2017.
I haven't used Kraken.
Yeah, I
Do
use
you
Kraken.
I'm having a brain fart now. What's the it's supposed to be decentralized, but it's not really. Oh crap.
I use Binance.us, man. And I tell you what, guys, if you have not checked out SafePal, I turned AG Crypto onto it. You know what? There's an exchange in the wallet. It is super easy. There's a swap function that uses 1 inch and 2 other parts in wallet.
Let's see what trunk price is.
Yeah.
BT,
Kraken
maybe you
is
can help.
international.
Maybe you can answer this for me. When I'm not logged in, it doesn't show me any stats on the website. Like I have to be logged into my wallet, which is fine and dandy, but I just gotta keep logging in because MetaMask times me
you
out.
keep getting kicked out.
Well, it's all MetaMask.
Trunk was 23 earlier when I was looking at the Dune stuff.
So, is there anybody that still has money in the staking pool for Trunk?
Yes, I heard there's still a wallet. I mean, I haven't looked into it, but I heard there was a wallet that had like 700,000 Trunk in just the staking part.
Trunk's at 20 cents. Sorry for interrupting.
So yeah, why they wanted to put that into Trumpet is just beyond me. Trumpet is amazing if you have money in farms or anywhere where you have your trunk floating around. Trumpet is the way.
Treasury's up 178 trillion.
Nice. 100% BT, 100%. So
yeah, I think probably tomorrow morning I have a feeling that we're just going to start moving back up, not by a whole lot, but I think we'll start seeing some green candles.
Yeah, I think it's
Because
important that we. Good.
no, what are you saying?
Like I was just trying to add to what you're saying. I think it's going to be important that we do crap sideways, but we're going to crap sideways and up and to the right, like we're used to. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know how all the sellers are exhausted and they can't sell. Well, I think the buyers are exhausted too. Like I've got no more funds. I don't know about you. I think we're all tight, but the benefit of Bertha is she's buying through the futures, through the NFTs. She's buying, so she's able to help us. The buyer pressure to keep the price moving forward. Am I wrong at saying that?
No, 100%. And I think that's the power of the system
Yeah.
is that even because you and I are exhausted this week, Bertha isn't. Bertha is still buying every single hour. How fast is it? How fast does it go? I think it depends on how much is in the BUSD buffer pool. But I know that once it hits 2 or 3 thousand, the governance track or the governance contract, someone can buy it back.
Yeah. I think that's a question right here um, for you, Gold One. Do
Which
you
one?
think there's this one that's on the screen right now? Once we get past 200 trillion, do you think there's a tipping point? Do you think we'll start skyrocketing then?
I think that once we flip the human buyers, I think that's going to be another psychological advantage. I think that we're gonna, trudge up. We're gonna hit that all time high again. And we might have a little bit of a sell off again because it's that not chart wise, but I think psychologically wise. And once we punch through that, I think it's just gonna go bananas.
Gotcha. Well, probably I don't know. I
100% BT.
I say probably December is when we'll probably reach 200 trillion.
Yeah.
What do you think? Or do you think it'll be towards the end of the year?
Well, BT said 2 months ago that Christmas was going to be great, so you might be onto something.
Well, BT's here, man. What is great to you mean for Christmas?
Well, he said each one teach one, and futures are still buying. I think that's the going back onto futures. It really chaps my knickers when people are like, "Oh, it's Ponzi this, Ponzi that." New people have to pay old people, and it just kills me because they don't know how the system works. I literally had, I think, a 2 hour text conversation in Discord, showing how if no new people come in, future still works because the people that are in are still buying. They're still using their futures. And Mike Dre had put a post out, showing all of this. Oh man, it was arbitrage. That's not the word. It's tranche, senior tranche versus minor tranche. But basically, when I put my money in, Bertha's buying for me, right? Well, I put my money in January, and she bought, right? So when I need my money, well, that money's coming from January. Like I put $200 in January, now that's $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
right? I haven't gained that much, and that's the biggest thing people need to know is that as you're moving forward, every new person's just going to accelerate Bertha buying. So we're at 2,500. Well, that 2,500 is putting at least $200 in a month. If you take on average, maybe some do daily, maybe some do weekly, some do, every 3 months. But still, that 2,500 people once a month is $500,000. So once a month, at least, Bertha's buying $500,000 worth of elephant, month in and month out. And this week we've had, I think, the second highest week of entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So people are coming, and the more and more people that come, the faster and faster the Bertha pushes us into supply shock.
So I'm looking at the NFT chart, and it looks like the APR is down. I'm assuming that's because of the price of elephant.
Right.
When I looked at it this morning, I think it was like 30%.
Oh no, it wasn't 30% this morning.
I think it was. Maybe it was yesterday. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
It was like 30%. Now, I didn't expect it to be that low because we are getting more elephant put into the treasury,
Yep.
but I guess the price plays a bigger role in the APR than I thought.
Well, because it's dynamic. So
Yeah,
the amount of Trump, or excuse me, the amount of elephant that you're getting is not going down, right? Unless we're having a much more staked.
sure.
But I've been tracking in the last 5 weeks, and it's been fairly consistent. So yes, the value, I'm going to put that in quotation marks, has gone down. So your APR is going to go down, but the number of elephant that you're getting is still going up. So that's the big thing. So again, once we get back up to that 60%, now that all of those tokens you got, now you're at 45% APR, or whatever the math tells you it's going to be. And
Looks like we got 2 NFTs on the marketplace. Someone can buy. These things have been like freaking hotcakes, man. People have been buying these up quick.
they haven't been lasting very long.
Rarity. So the lower the number, the more rare or the less rare they are.
Yes.
What's the highest rarity you've seen?
0.8, did I say? When it first started, I think one of the black NFTs was like a 0.8 or something. But the highest one I've actually ever seen is like 0.55.
0.8. Let me see what the highest one I've got.
So BT said the APR is cash based. We track the cash collected for NFTs. So cash sunk cost versus current value of Bertha in cash. Nice.
0.7 so far. Yeah, 0.7 is the highest rarity.
So last week you told us you were going to get to 25. It looks like you got that. Where are you going to now?
Well, to believe it or not, I'm not going to buy any more NFTs right now because I'd rather buy elephant.
Well, like you can do what Superstar just said. Sell your NFTs and buy elephant.
That's funny you say that because I was thinking about that when Robinhood screwed me over and wouldn't let me sell all of my my Bitcoin. I was like, you know what? Maybe I could sell an NFT, but there's already 2 up there.
I do want to give a shout out to Giorgio. Is it Georgia? Georgia Rose?
Georgia Rose.
She was our first TikTok follower.
That's my coworker. What's up, Georgia?
I feel like you should give her the pink NFT for being our first TikTok follower.
The pink NFT.
I feel like you should.
I don't know. I don't know if she deserves it or not. She was giving me a hard time a few days ago. She was questioning me if she should keep buying more or not. She ended up buying more though.
The answer is 100% yes.
Isn't it past your bedtime, Georgia? We got to work in the morning.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe the black one. Oh man.
She can be your +1 to the first conference.
Yeah, there we go. I've got 2 black ones. I'll let you borrow. I'll let you borrow one.
Do you have any questions? Sorry.
I was going to say she can borrow one of my black ones if she buys the plane ticket. BT, you got any updates on the little convention?
Ooh, drop it. Hey, drop the info of where we're going to be. First one. We had a conversation last week of where we thought it was going to be. We had Vegas, Atlanta, Dubai. Somebody suggested Africa, and we could do it at an elephant retreat. That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Thailand. They got elephants in Thailand. I've always wanted to go to Thailand.
Thailand was one too. I would prefer international because AG Crypto said he's buying my plane ticket.
Oh no. That's right. I did say that. We've got 36 people watching. What you guys leave a comment. Where do you think?
Vegas. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe and I. He has a black one. I know that for a fact.
He does? How do you know?
Because I traded with him.
You traded with G.I. Joe?
I did.
We got BT Plans start next year. Okay.
100%. We got the Malfa.
Don't say Orlando. It's too close to home. I'd rather go. I'd
Ohio.
like to,
What is in Ohio? Cedar Point's in Ohio, Pete.
Ohio, huh? What's in Ohio? We go to hmm, Cincinnati.
Oh, nice. We have narrowed it down. Awesome.
Vegas or Miami? Ooh. Those are two good choices.
Ooh, are we
So,
gonna? Good.
so I'm leaning towards Vegas, but Miami's fine too because I haven't been to Miami. Fort Lauderdale is probably the furthest south I've been to.
I mean, if you've been to Fort Lauderdale, you've been to Miami. Ooh, we have
Vegas,
two Miamis. Ah,
so we got an impersonator.
that was me, douche.
Miami might be fun, man. I don't have to fly there. I could just drive.
Pete, I'm in agreement. Kalahari, elephant themed. Nice.
So BT, why did you pick Vegas or Miami? What
It says
stood
it
out for
right
those
there.
two?
It's the conference go-tos. Do you not read your
Oh, my bad. I see that now.
man?
The conference go-tos, huh?
Man.
Not New York. I was thinking New York might be in play.
No, New York's horrible. Although it would be super awesome to have like 20 or 100 of us in those DeFi Springs elephant blow up elephants running around. That would be awesome.
That's the plan. Next week we're going to release an episode with DeFi Springs. Zach,
Oh,
I don't know if you guys checked out his channel or not, but he's very knowledgeable. You know, his videos are pretty entertaining, but man, if you actually sit down and listen to him talk, dude, this kid is smart.
He's super smart. Have you seen his videos the last couple of days? He's been on vacation. They're awesome.
Yeah. Those are probably my most favorite videos where they pan out over like a sunset or a waterfall and then comes to him doing some burpees and it doesn't say anything. So it makes you like want to say, hey, what's this guy doing? And kind of dig in a little bit deeper. He was going to be on the show tonight with us, but he's traveling.
He's traveling.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. I think tomorrow we will be releasing episode 4 NFTs. And then probably Monday we'll release episode 5, which will be interviewing Zach.
If I have a vote, I vote Vegas.
You vote Vegas?
Yeah, airplane tickets are fairly cheap anywhere in the U.S. to Vegas. Hotels are pretty reasonable. So
yeah, I live in Florida, so I would prefer to go to Vegas as well.
Ubers are pretty plentiful, easy peasy.
So are we looking at the beginning of the year or towards the summer or end of next year?
He said starting in the planning will start in 2024, so I don't think it necessarily has to be in 2024.
Oh no, we got to do it in 2024. I can't wait that long. I've been through a lot of ups and downs. I'm ready to go party.
Come on, Phantom. Don't come in here and start doing some FUD.
That's not true.
We were having a good time. Don't come in here and start no junk.
Post recovery, BT says.
100%.
All right. Post recovery. All right. Well, come on, guys. Let's start buying some trunk or some elephant. I mean, so we can recover.
All right, we're about an hour in, guys. Do we have any questions, comments, concerns, things that we might be able to help alleviate some questions? If you don't have your futures started, go out and start that.
So at what point should I start my futures account? Like if someone's coming in and no, I got it. But if someone's new coming in, like so Georgia, if she's still on here, she's got like 2 billion tokens and she wants a pink NFT. That's what she wants to go buy. Should I encourage her to go buy an NFT or should I say no? Don't do that. don't add to futures, just buy elephant because the price is so cheap right now.
Well, I think it depends on her. Think of it kind of like your stock portfolio. Is she balanced? Is she aggressive? Is she, you know, you said she was kind of scared about the dip. Is she risk averse? If that's the case, then futures is where she's going to want to go, because then it's every month, every week she knows she can see her her profits going up. She can make her plan on when she wants to start getting her cash flow. And futures is just balance. It's very easy. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's the same week in and week out.
Yeah. Well, I think that's nice, but I also think it's easier to grow the herd by seeing the price go up, you know? So if they buy a little bit of elephant, they see the price moving up, they get excited, they tell their friends, and then they get, into it and they want to try to buy some. So I think seeing the price going up definitely helps motivate getting new uh, users to the platform, more adoption. But I'm just wondering what's the size bag where you feel like, okay, I guess like she's at 2 trillion or two billion. I keep saying trillion. I wish. She's at 2 billion, and think where the price is now is probably where she bought when she first got in. So she's break even now. So I got to try to talk her into buying some more tomorrow. That'll be my mission, guys. Let's see if we can get her to buy some more.
Got a couple things. United We Stand said that he can get us a family rate at the Ritz Carlson. Loving it. We'll get to Jed's question in just a second. BT says get the NFT. And then not financial advice from Anthony. It's futures now. If you're scared of volatility, futures is steady. Steady Eddie. I love it. All right. So AG Crypto, there's your question from Jed. This question is, how are you feeling during such volatility days? How are you feeling emotionally? You want to go first?
So I've been in crypto for 2 years, 3 years now, and I've pretty much have mellowed out to seeing these big price swings. And before I got into crypto, I was in the stock market, and I've always watched Warren Buffett and his videos. And when people are freaking out, if you believe in the project, I guess in the company or whatever you want to call it, you just keep buying. People scared. It goes in waves. Nothing goes up forever. You're gonna have pullbacks. That's how people make money. Buy low, sell high. So I've been kind of conditioned to get excited. I like to think of it like it's Black Friday. Things go on sale. I am excited about this. Oh, the price just came down. Just like today, literally the price dumps, and I'm like, oh, what do I have to buy? Like, what do I have to sell so I can buy? Because I am tapped out until next week. So I'm like, okay, all I got left is this $900 in Bitcoin on Robinhood. Let me go there. But yeah, I was excited about it. I'm not scared one, but what I don't like is when I get people that I'm trying to onboard or I already onboard, and then the price swings go crazy and they freak out and they're like, oh, what did I do? What did you get me in? Why did you talk me into this? And that's the worst part, the gut feeling like, man, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what you should be doing. This is what I'm doing, I should say. This is what I'm doing, and I'm not scared. I'm buying more. So I literally took screenshots and sent them to a buddy of mine who I work with, and told him, "Hey, this is awesome. This is a great entry point for anybody." So I'm fine. I just don't
Yeah.
like the downward swings and people look at you funny, like, "Ha ha, you're a dummy. You bought crypto. Crypto's for dummies." And I hate that aspect, but yeah, other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think the big thing with your herd is especially reaching out to them first and say, "Hey, listen, we're going to have some volatility. These are the reasons why." The big thing is that the system is working exactly like it's intended to. The treasury is getting her cut. The fees are being paid. When we do start moving back up, which we will, the treasury is in such a much better spot. Plus, the price coming down allows the treasury to buy so much more than it was a week ago.
Hmm.
So I'll answer that same question. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the first dump and then the second dump, I have a lot of money in because I sold my house, and so I put my money in, and I just
That's ballsy, bro. That's ballsy.
well, it's more of a because me and my wife sat down and had a conversation about it, and I assured her that this is where we should do and why we should do it, and and even I got nervous, and then I started thinking, well, why was I willing to put my family's future, and it's not future, it was money that was extra to us. It would be sitting in our bank account right now,
Hmm.
doing nothing, waiting for us to buy another house. We're not going to buy for 6, 8 months anyway. So, I thought, why was I willing to put it in? And the answer when I was laying there thinking about it was, well, I believe in the system. The system hasn't broken. The system is doing exactly what it's intended to do. And when I need the money in 6 to 8 months, the system is going to be so much farther ahead than we are right now. So I'll be able to scrape off that little bit to cover the fees that I need. you know it's scrape off, put it into futures. Now I'm using that futures as my paying off my bills. And then now I save that money that instead of my 10 to 5 job, 9 to 5 job, whatever, whenever I decide I'm working, now that money can sit and build up. I'm paying my bills with futures, and my 9 to 5 is now sitting in our savings account waiting for us for when we need it.
Yeah.
So that's how I calmed myself down. I just thought, why am I in elephant money? And the answer was because the system is mind blowing when you sit down and examine all the pieces and how they interact, from the NFTs. The NFTs, whenever I actually got my head around the NFTs, blew me away. And in a year or 2 or 3 years, when my kids realize how many NFTs they have sitting in their wallet, they're going to go crackers.
So is the price right now lower than when you originally got in with after you sold your house?
No.
So so it's still you're still up.
Yes. Yep.
Nice. I was going to say if you were down, do you have any regrets of buying NFTs instead of holding off and buying an elephant?
No, because I mean, my NFTs, I've already put like 2 billion into my elephant stack from NFTs. So
What about futures? Would
what
you
about it?
do you would you have rather put it stuff in the futures now instead of something else?
No, I don't. No, I
So
still
so
believe elephant's the best place to put it. I mean, I have
gotcha.
a futures account. I roll my futures account every 3 or 4 weeks. So I use that with my fresh capital. So I DCA every week into elephant.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, part of me thinks maybe I should have bought the or saved those five black NFT or black those five NFTs that I bought last week and just bought elephant, but the price would have been down now, so we'll just keep riding.
So
Just
Pete
just
said the only reason he can think to attempt to crash the chart is to either malicious intent or to try to crash the chart to buy back in. I think it could be a little of both. I mean, when I see all those micro sells for less than a penny, like in my head, I the only thing I can think of is malicious intent. Um, I don't think with our buy and sell taxes that people are willing to gamble to try to crash the price and assume they can buy in. Um, and we can even see that this crash is not nearly as hard as the first one was. And I think it had more volume whenever I was looking at it earlier. I'll have to go back and check that tomorrow. But I think this second sell off had more volume than the first one.
oh really?
I think so.
More
It's really
volume.
close.
Hmm. It definitely didn't crash as hard.
Yeah, and that's and Bertha got bigger. It's a great point.
So BT, what's your opinion on why all those people were selling less than a penny worth of elephant? I'm curious to hear your take on that. Because I know some of those micro cells, or yeah, those micro cells, those were going into people's rewards for your upline or downline. But what you're saying, those are straight cells of 240
Yeah,
elephant.
250 elephant. So BT said, just remember, folks, that when times get tough, they sell their winners, and elephant's been the number one asset for the past 2 years.
That's
So
true.
that's, and that's why BT has instilled in us not to sell shame. We don't care that our people are selling. That's on our video last week. That guy was trying to troll us, saying that, oh, I sold, I don't know, 250 billion or something, and I'm causing all this fear in you. And I'm like, dude, congratulations. You're not
Yeah.
like, I don't care that you sold. Like,
Do you think he was lying? Do you think he really had about 300 billion and he was selling it all just to mess with us?
no, I think he was lying. I think he was literally just trolling. Like,
Yeah, just nobody.
yeah, like somebody in the chat earlier said, "Oh, I'm glad I shorted elephant." Like, what's the point of even saying crap like that? Like, if he did, good for you. Like, there zero reason to some of the comments that I've read. It drives me bananas. But people are going to be people, right?
I like the fact that now the leverage trading, there's a tax on all that. So that's going to end up helping us in the long run, helping the herd, helping Bertha grow. All right, you guys have any questions?
We're dwindling down.
Yep, like BT said, that it's nothing to celebrate yet. We still got a long road to go, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So, for those these micro cells are just folks playing games. Yeah,
yep, 100%. Haters being haters. So,
yeah. I wonder if those people are even from the U.S. or if they're from like India, where all the scammers usually come from. You ever seen those videos of people hacking the security system and seeing the scam callers from India?
yeah.
I wonder if there's like a whole office of those people just like, okay, here's this cryptocurrency. Let's try to scam it.
I don't know, man. But just remember, folks, you got to be safe out there. Elephant.money, that's the only website. That's the only place you go. Make sure you're using bookmarked places. Like if you're using PCS, make sure it's from a legit place. Don't go on Google. Don't be surfing on your phone on porn sites and, clicking random links, because, that's how your money gets drained. Security is first and foremost. I mean, someone hopped into SK's chat earlier that just got wiped out. I mean, he went to Google, typed in a bridge, and logged into a fake site. Logged in his wallet, poof, 400 grand gone.
That's a lot.
Like, and it's just, it's scary to think. Make sure that your elephant's in its own wallet. Make sure you don't do anything else in that wallet, right?
Could you imagine losing $400,000? Like not even like losing it, like gambling it away. It just you wake up one morning and it's gone. Someone stole it.
Oh yeah, that would be a punch to the gut for sure.
Oh man,
I mean, I'd have to have 400,000 first, but
yeah, that's true. But man,
I
hope he had I hope he had another wallet, with other money stashed away. Hope that wasn't his whole thing.
I don't know, man. Like I've like my kids' wallets are separate. Like those wallets I sent Element to it. They're locked in the safe. I've isolated I've taken all of my wallets off my phone. I used to always only do anything on my phone. So
yeah,
that's why I couldn't roll my futures live, because it's on a laptop that's not online.
Yeah, so you don't use a hardware wallet. You actually use a laptop that's dedicated just for your for buying and selling.
I have hardware wallets for my kids. I bought a hardware wallet for my account, but my account was an old account before seed phrases. Actually, I just have a private key. I don't even have a seed phrase for it. So the safe file I bought, I couldn't start it with it.
Oh no. Hopefully there's not more elephant clones coming.
Oof. Stay safe, my friends. Stay safe.
Yeah, it blows my mind seeing how many freaking elephant Telegram groups there are. It's crazy. When I first got into Elephant Money, I got on the Telegram and I asked a question. And as soon as I answer or asked the question, I've started getting like phone calls and messages from I say India because I'm not trying to be, a bad guy here calling out stuff. But man, that's all they were. They're calling me up. Hello, how can I help you? Give me your seed phrase and let me help you. I'm like,
I don't think you had to do the accent.
Oh, yeah. I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
Just drives me
But,
crazy. You didn't like
so,
my accent?
well,
That's the trolls, the hackers out there. That was the accent that they had when they were trying to hack me.
Well, I think one of the big things is with so many scams and people hating, that's because they see us succeeding, right? That's you know, if Elephant wasn't so far ahead, we wouldn't have haters, right? We wouldn't have
Mhm.
people. How much resources do people put to create the scam coin? I don't, I'm not familiar with that, but I mean that still takes time, energy, effort, um, to try to target us and to even figure that stuff out.
Mhm.
So, I mean, just keep that in mind, right?
Yeah, it makes you wonder if there's like a whole, company that's there to develop scams and stuff to try to steal your money. Like
I'm sure
those
there
call
is.
centers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, big thing when you're on Telegram, change your settings, right? Nobody from
Mhm.
Elephant, nobody. There's no free airdrops. There's no people sending you NFTs. If anybody messages you first and doesn't tag you in main chat telling you that they're going to message you, then they're a scam artist. BT's not going to call you on the phone. He's just not.
Mhm.
Jed's not going to call you on the phone. Thorgod's not going to call you on the phone. If anybody's calling that says elephant support, 100% scam. Change your Telegram settings, right? Do not
Yeah.
click links. If you don't know where it is or what it is, don't click links. Definitely don't approve contracts in your wallet. Don't go to random airdrops from other coins that are coming out.
Mhm.
Wallets are easy. Wallet, MetaMask or whoever you use. I personally use SafePal now. It's easy to start a brand new wallet. You can start 10 of them in the same software wallet in your phone, right? So if you're going to go play DJing games, well, play DJing games from a wallet, not in a wallet that has all of your elephant stored on it.
That's what I've been doing. I've been consolidating all my coins into one wallet and then having two separate wallets to buy and sell and offload. So I'll have funds on my main wallet. I'll move them to my secondary wallet, and then from my secondary wallet, I'll move those to an exchange to get them off. Just to be it's one more step, and the gas fees kind of suck sometimes, but it's worth it in my opinion.
100% agree.
Thanks, Pete, man.
Well, guys, I think it's about that time. This is our first official Monday live stream. We're gonna do this every Monday. So I think 8:30 is good. Is that good for you, Ag?
8:30 is perfect.
Yeah. So
And
8:30 Eastern Central.
yep. And I think we're going to try to get some other guests on too. So next week we might have Zach from DeFi Springs come on and chat it up with us. Hopefully next week there's not so much freaking drama going on with all these you know dips and stuff, but hopefully it's green pastures.
This podcast was brought to you by wiki.elephant.money. If you have a question, it can answer it.
That's right.
So
All
if
right,
you guys
guys.
have questions, suggestions, you can tag AG in Telegram. You can meet me in Discord. I've been in there a lot lately trying to help Crypto TN. Congratulations, Crypto TN. He just got a moderator spot in Discord. It's well deserved. I appreciate everybody joining us today.
Yeah. That's all I got. All right, guys. We'll see you guys Wednesday on the Twitter Spaces. We'll try to chime in there and say hello. But make sure to like the video and subscribe and share it so we can get the word of elephant out. Each one teach one. Have a good one.
Teach one. Hey, join us on TikTok. New shorts every day.
There you go. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.
Deuces.